Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? Happy Veterans Day. I've done quite a few videos this morning and I've deleted every single one of them. So let's just do a story about veterans. I'm a veteran. There's a picture of me. This picture was taken of me in Germany in 86, possibly 85, 1985. And yeah, let's talk about the service. In the service, they have three categories of discharge. They've got honorable discharge, under honorable, and dishonorable. Dishonorable is if, let's say, you committed a crime and were accused of the crime, they would kick you out of the service with a dishonorable discharge. There's many categories they would do that, but that's just a quick example. The middle one, under honorable. Let's say you're a soldier that just wasn't able to follow directions very well, or were always late, or were just always just bumbling around and messing every single thing up, and you, no matter how many times you were corrected and got in trouble for it, you just couldn't correct your ways. They would give you an under honorable. Not a dishonorable. It wasn't that you did anything bad. It was just that you couldn't kind of keep up with the way things were run in the service. So they would give you a under honorable. Yes. Okay. And then, of course, if you filled out your obligation and did everything that was required of you, they would give you a honorable discharge. Yes. So when I was in the service for 1 year, 5 months, and 11 days, I believe is what the whole time was. I did my boot camp. I got sent over to Germany. And then from Germany, I was sent back home. I was kicked out of the service. I was accused of a crime that they could not prove because it was not true. So they did not kick me out on that charge. They kicked me out on a different charge. Yes? Now, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but not really. Yes? So this is with me as a teenager. I'm not even 20 years old, on the other side of the world, being accused of crimes overnight, wake up in the morning, hero to zero. Absolutely hero to zero in a matter of moments. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at my discharge papers. I was in for 1 year, 5 months, and 11 days. There is my discharge paper. It is a honorable discharge. It says right here, Gregory Allen Hamilton. That is a misspelling on my middle name, my social security number. And in April of 86, this certificate is awarded as a testimonial of honest and faithful service. Yes? So, which is a little bit bizarre if you really think about it, because I did not do the full 4 years, let alone the 4 years afterwards in a on-call position. Now, when I was in boot camp, I was given an application, a scholarship from West Point. I am a high school dropout. I got my GED, but I did not go to high school. And when I was in boot camp, West Point, yes, the U.S. Army West Point College, sent a scholarship to me so that I could become an officer within the Army. Yes. So I filled out the application and went forward in my career in the service. Now, when I got my boot camp yearbook, this is me in the yearbook. Gregory Hamilton. There was no picture given to me in the yearbook. I'm the only one that did not have a picture in the yearbook. A fellow soldier drew this in at the time during boot camp to give me a face so that I was not the only one that was not in there. To give me the impression that I belonged, I guess, or something. But for whatever reason, the Army did not put my picture in with everybody else's. Now, here is my boot camp picture, just like everybody else's. You can see no rank, no rank, no rank. It's the same pose. It's the exact same everything. This is the boot camp picture that I took with everybody else, but they chose not to put it in there. Only God and them know why that happened. So we're going to just talk about, again, my career. When I was on Twitter, I had quite a few people follow me publicly. You know, one of them was General Flynn. I know that's name dropping, but here's a general in the Army, the U.S. Army, that was following me publicly on Twitter. I'm just going to do that one name drop. It was quite interesting, as I would see occasionally who would publicly follow the work that I was doing on Twitter, which I was always ironic to me because the Q community would excommunicate me, but yet the people that are involved would follow me. Kind of bizarre. Yeah, just thought it's just story time. So now let's talk about when I was in the service. When you're a private and you have no rank, you don't get to make any rules. You don't get to decide anything. Absolutely nothing. You follow rules or you get in trouble. Now, I was tested many times. Like, let's say if you wanted to say that you were what is that called? A soldier that doesn't want to hold a gun and then, go out there and kill somebody. I forget the actual term for it. But you can't just claim that and then get it. You have to prove it or whatever the case is, okay? Let's use MASH. Corporal Klinger never got out of the service, did he? He said he wore dresses and he wore makeup, but they were like, you're doing it as a sham. Therefore, knock it off. Right? Now, when I was in the service, I was tested many times. Many times. I was told to go to a certain place, and I said, I won't go. What an awful soldier. What an absolute awful soldier to sit there. Man, you should have seen how many offices I had to go into and how many go sitting there over there in that waiting room because now we're going to send you up to the next guy. Man, I can remember that last guy I was talking to. He was fuming. Just fuming at me. You're going to Berlin. And I'm in Frankfurt. And I'm like, I'm not going to Berlin. You're not sending me into a communist country. He's like, I don't understand why you think you've got a choice on this. And I said, because I do. I do have a choice. The choice is me being held responsible for my actions. And my actions are, you will not send me to a communist country. And the repercussions of that is that you will throw me in jail. I'm fully aware of my circumstances. I'm aware of my situation. You will not send me to a communist country. You will send me to jail first. I would rather sit in jail than be in the middle of a communist country. Man, they freaked out. I mean, what do you do with a person like that? Well, you send them to the worst unit that they've got. And that's what they did. They sent me to a Beetle Bailey unit. Just a complete Beetle Bailey unit. It was insane. But when I got there, man, they did all kinds of tests on me when I was there. Not realizing it, of course. Psychological tests. I did these dream type things. I remember I was just about ready to go AWOL. They tested me on these levels that are hard to explain to a regular person that's never been under mind control type of experimentations. Right inside my tooth. In Germany, they put in a tracking device right inside my tooth. I've got it right now in my mouth. We're just talking about veterans. We're just talking about veterans and their stories. Yep. Why do you think they did all that stuff to me? And then now, 20 plus years later, I understand a military operation like no one else does. Nobody understands the Q drops like me, Gregory Allen Hamilton. Nobody. And yet, there isn't a single person that wants to discuss this. Bizarre. I feel very sorry for America and its illusion. I pray